Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norwani binti Zakaria. Today I will present about task technology fit, TTF theory and digital tools adoptions among students. Alright. Okay, let's begin by understanding the task technology fits theory. TTF is widely recognized framework that focus on the relationship between technology and user performance. It suggests that technology adoption isn't just about having tools available. It's about ensuring those tools meet specific task requirements. When there are strong fits between the task need and the technology's capabilities, users are more likely to adopt the technology effectively, and it leading to better performance and the higher satisfaction. In this group assignment, behavioral intentions to use digital tools among students has been selected as the dependence variables is DV, and the three independent variables IV that has been selected are possessive enjoyment, compatibility, and data privacy. Next is dependence variables and independence variables. Okay. In these studies, we use the TTF theory as a foundational framework to analysis DV and IV. For analysis data, we use the quantitative method, which is a Google Forms to analysis the respondent. The respondent that we choose is 16 respondent, and it's selected by random, and we target more to student only. The questions that we do in Google Form has divided by 5 sections. First is demographic respondent. The second is independent variable 1 is about possessive enjoyment, and third is about independent variable 2 about compatibility, and third is about independent variable 3 which is data privacy, and lastly about dependent variables is about behavioral intentions to use tools among students. Each IV and DV has 4 questions, and the answer given is have 5, which is strongly disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. Okay, calculate the standard deviations, mean and maximum value. Okay, the first IV is possessive enjoyment. Possessive enjoyment refers to the intrinsic pleasure that students feel from using digital tools, the fun and the engagement they get from using the tools beyond just the functional benefits. Okay, the second IV is compatibility. Compatibility is describe how digital tools align with the students' present academic needs, values, and habits. The third IV is data privacy. Data privacy, it refers to students' concerns about the securities and confidentiality of their personal and academic information when they're using digital tools. Okay, the lastly is the DV. This DV is the outcome that the researchers measure to show the change as a functional to manipulate independent variables. It depends upon the IV is the variables observed and measured during the study. Let's calculate the presence correlations converge alpha. Okay, based on the data we collect, the correlations matrix reveals strong and statistically significant relationship between the variables B, PE, C, and DP. For examples, for B and PE, it exhibit strong positive correlations, like R equal to 0.718. PE and C have the strongest correlations, like R equal to 0.793, and both of them p-value less than 0.001. Next is Cronbridge alpha. Based on that image, Recessive enjoyment strongly influences compatibilities R equals 0.793 and behavioral intentions R equals 0.718, which moderate links to data privacy R 0.626. Okay, it shows that compatibility is the most influential factors for behavior intentions. R 0.747 followed by processive enjoyments and data privacy.
The next part is regression coefficient and R squared. Based on the data below, this is a model summary has indicated regression, which is the R value is 0.841. This value shows the strong relationship between variables. The R squared value is 0.707, and that means that 77.1% of the variance is an independent variables that is explained by the models, and the sake of change has been valued less than 0.001. The model was indicated statistically significant. The Durbin-Watson value of 2.10 suggested there is no significant autocorrelation in the residuals. The next table is the ANOVA tables that include the sum of square, df, stand for degrees for freedom, mean square, f value, and c, which is significant. The regression of the models has an f value of 46.571 and a significance value less than 0.001 indicates of the models is statistically significant. The next one is coefficient tables. Depend on the tables below that shows coefficient values that includes standardized B, coefficient standard error, standard coefficient beta, T6, and collinearity tolerance and statistic VIF. This table also refers to ANOVA tables. Here is the histogram dependence variables, which is a behavioral intention to use tools among students. And the means of the histogram is negative 8.67, and the standard deviation is 0.975, and the numbers is 62. The multicollinearity. The tables has presented collinearity statistic for the regression models that includes the independent variables and dependent variables. In this model, the tolerance value is for the independent variables is PE, C, and DP, and range from 0.320 to 0.600, while the variance inflation factors VIF, the value are between 2.375 and 1.668. Law of tolerance value is indicate some degree of collinearity, but the VIF value, which is the below 10, suggests the collinearity is severe according to general guidelines. The table has been displayed. The collinearity diagnostic for a regression models involve 3 independent variables and 1 dependent variables. The dimension 1 was shows the minimums with an aging value is 3.924 and the condition index is 1.000. The dimension 2 is indicate the potential collinearity with aging value of 0.040 and the condition index is 9.878. In the dimension 3 is reveals the significant collinearity with the aging value of 0.023 and with the condition index of 12.924, and particularly for the IV2. And the last dimension is dimension 4 is highlight the severe collinearity with an aging value is 0.013 and the condition index is 17.542, especially for PE, which is IV1. Here is the explanation regarding the hypothesis testing. The first one is reliability analysis. The second is descriptive statistic and correlation. And the third one is regression analysis. In conclusion, the purpose of the study was examine the factors of influencing the behavioral intention to use tools among students. And the first independent variables is perceived enjoyment, second is compatibility, and data privacy. The result of the hypothesis testing perceived enjoyment does not significantly affect the behavioral intention to use tools among students. That indicates a p-value of 0.329. This is a similarity data privacy was not found to have a data significant influence in behavioral intention to use tools with a p-value of 0.000, providing strong evidence to reject the null hypothesis. Additionally, the overall regression models was statistically significant f equals to 46.571. The p-value is 0.000. This is indicate that the independent variables if collectively explain 70.7% of the variance of the variable intention to use tools among students.